Hi folks, welcome to another video, and today we have a review of the Edmonds Dundee 2.0 chukka boots. So let me show you the inside, if you can see it there. Edmonds, handcrafted in the USA, of imported leather, of fine imported leathers. It's their imprint. Let me just show you around the boot. This particular one is a leather sole. So on to talk about the leather. On to talk about the boot. This has a storm welt. It's a 360-degree welted, which is something that I like. There is a recessed channel cut in for the stitches to be below the level of the sole, which is good. I've worn these boots about 10 times already. And the reason I waited is I wanted to break them in. I did not want to have a video after my initial impressions. Most Edmonds shoes, I wear them and the very first time out of the box they feel extremely comfortable and I can just wear them all day. That was not the case with these shoes, so I wanted to give it a proper breaking before I did this video. What I found with these shoes is that the sole was pretty stiff, and even though there is no rough leather on the inside, some shoes have on the counter area some leather or some suede material. This doesn't have this. And what I had the three first times that I wore these shoes, it would just pull down my socks like crazy. I could not. It was extremely annoying. I had to be pulling up on my socks all the time. That was true only the first 3 times. On the 4th time and on, it has been perfectly fine. When I first got them, I tried them with dress socks and I tried them with tennis socks, sports socks, just to see if it made a difference, and it didn't make a difference. Whatever socks you wear, it was just pulling them down. It was extremely annoying. The other thing that was interesting is this is a pretty stiff leather, and it took a few times for it to soften a bit. It's still a tough leather, but it's softened to where it can, by tightening the laces, it molds to my foot and it holds the heel securely. The first few times that I wore these shoes as I was breaking them in, to be honest, it felt like I was wearing flip-flops, where it was holding here and this felt really big. Like my foot was just slopping in there, and that's because this was so stiff that even though I was lacing it, it still wasn't really hugging my foot. But after the breaking, they feel very comfortable. I wear them all day long, and I have no complaint. Now they're very comfortable. But like I said, it took about 4 times wearing these shoes for them to feel that comfortable. One thing that I wanted to show you was this wrinkling on the vamp area. Some models of Edmonds shoes are like spray painted. The factory finish is applied by spray, and that is what's happening on this one. So this wrinkling here is actually the finish. So one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to remove the factory finish. But I'm gonna do that in a different video, and I want you to see it before I did that. So if you don't do anything, this is what your shoe is going to look like after a handful of wears, which some people would find that annoying. It doesn't look pretty smooth, but most of that is or a lot of that is just the factory finish, which you can remove with acetone. So I will do that later on, and at some point I'll link a video up in the corner about that. Let's see, what other comments could I make? Fit and finish is one thing. I didn't see any major flaws with this shoe, but one thing that is a bit annoying to me is, as you can see, the interior lining was a little too long on this one here, and even after you lace it, that is visible. You should not, it should be more like this side. You should not be seeing the interior lining from the outside. So that is very annoying to me. Some of you might not care, but you're looking at it from the side and you can still see it. That is very annoying to me. The interior lining should not be longer than the outside. So one thing that I'm going to do actually is I'm going to apply black leather dye to that portion there, because I don't want to see that. Another comment that I want to make is this boot was made on the 511 last, which is the same as the Dalton boot, and I have that here. But one thing that I find very odd is that these two boots fit extremely different. They're both size 9. If you go to the Dalton reviews, a lot of people say that that feels snug. I actually had to stretch one of my boots on the Dalton, and I'm going to put a link over here. But the size of the fit of the Dundee 2.0, it fits perfectly. I'm a 9D. Both of these are 9D, but the Dundee is clearly wider than the Dalton. I don't know if that's they made the Dundees too wide, or that they made the Dalton too narrow, if that's a one-off, or if there's something funny going on. If you buy a shoe made on the same last, they all should fit the same. And these two clearly don't. These are a lot narrower than my Dundee 2.0. As far as how they look, there is something that I wear with jeans or chinos. They're definitely casual. I have another pair of chukka boots, which are made by Fry. I have them right here. These are the Fry Chase chukka boots, and they're a much more refined boot. The leather is a lot softer. The styling of the toe is a more refined, elongated toe. This one is a much more casual, much more relaxed look. So right now, at the time of filming, you can find these boots at the Edmonds website for $149. So it's a good value. So I think that's it for this review. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Thanks.